Watching SABC News Prime Time. Zambian President Edgar Lungu arrived in South Africa this evening, where he will be medically checked and possibly undergo surgery at a Johannesburg hospital. 59-year-old Lungu was diagnosed with a throat condition that forced him to collapse on Sunday while officiating at the International Women's Day event in Lusaka. We now cross over to our contributing editor Vuyo Mvoko, who's standing by at Milpark Hospital here in Johannesburg. Good evening to you, Vuyo. Firstly, some clarity, because there's been some mixed messages about the diagnosis of President Lungu. First, we thought it was malaria, now a throat condition.
Yes, indeed, it is certainly not malaria, but what he has told our crew again a short while ago, it is that he will be undergoing further tests and, if need be, surgery. But from what he told our crew a few minutes ago down there behind me, it is that he will not be doing those tests here at the Milpark Hospital, and that surgery, if it's going to happen, that too will not be done here, but in Pretoria. What he told us was that for now he was visiting. As to who he was visiting and why he had to start here, we do not have details of that yet. But from what a doctor told us, the condition he has is actually treatable and it is not life-threatening. It is not the sort of thing that would actually require urgent surgery, but he will have to be observed, and a determination will have to be made as to whether he needs surgery, and he needs that surgery now. For action.
Vuyo, just how serious is the condition that the president has to receive treatment in a hospital not in his own country?
Well, from what he himself told journalists earlier today before he left Zambia, it was that there were no if he has to undergo surgery, which is yet to be determined, it must be underlined. If he has to undergo that surgery, it will have to be done here. It cannot be done in Zambia, which is an issue that Zambians have taken up with their leaders, because they say that if that is the case, then it says a lot about the state of health in that country. The fact that a head of state cannot get the kind of treatment that they deserve in their own country is in fact more action for politicians to take note and to say, what do we do to rectify that situation? But be that as it may, from what we are told, the diagnosis Zambian doctors could make, and he could get some treatment as well in the form of injections, but also in the form of medicine that he could take orally. But surgery, we are told, was certainly not something that Zambians could do. Hence, he had to come here. But they did also say that it is not urgent, and in the sense that it is not life-threatening, because they believe that, in fact, they would have stayed in Zambia. Yesterday, you will recall, we ran a story that said that he was going to get back to work, which he did this morning. But then on the advice of doctors, we are told they should not, because Zambians have had an experience of having two presidents dying in office, they felt that they shouldn't leave anything to chance and that he should come as soon as he can. And from what he told our crew today, he felt that he should accede to the demand of his cabinet and of his people, and that was to come here urgently to make sure that all the checks are done, and if need be, that surgery is done, and hopefully this matter will be over.
Vuyo, very quickly, the test to take place in Pretoria then, when is that likely to happen?
From what he told us, tomorrow.
Thank you very much. That was our reporter coming to us live from the Milpark Hospital here in Johannesburg, Vuyo Mvoko.